think I'm well enough overdue for a bookshelf tour. Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to be doing a bookshelf tour. Partially because it legitimately has been a little bit since I have done one, and partially because I am having severe poison ivy issues right now, and complications therefrom, and it's really uncomfortable to film right now, and I don't want to have to put long sleeves on again. And so we're just not going to. We're going to do something that doesn't require me being on video a whole lot, but also bookshelf tours are always fun. And I'm thinking about sometime in the near future, maybe doing some reorganization. So this would be a good time to kind of remind you where everything is and to show you the stuff that you may not have seen because you can't see everything quite so clearly in the video. So let's take a look. So I figure we'll start with the obvious at the top. Got a Wheel of Time on the Wheel of Time shelf. The shelf is specifically long enough to fit all of the main books, but then with the addition of a few other things in there as well, I ended up bumping them up top. Still everything is Jordan related up here, but yeah, I have the Conan book kind of on the side too, but that's what we got there. And then we have not quite an entire Sanders shelf anymore. It used to be an entirely Sanderson full shelf, and I have all of these which still look very nice, the leather bounds, and then I have some other special editions over here as well, including my cool Eye of the World, my Book of Earthsea, which I still need to finish, Lamort to Arthur, which I have not actually read yet, and more there as well. And let's jump over to... let's go over here first. So we have up top, which probably is harder to see, we have the TARDIS hanging over there. This is actually a piggy bank that, if it had batteries, makes noises when you open it. We got Eccleston in there as well. So I haven't actually used that in a long time, so it doesn't have batteries. But we have Discworld books, which I was slowly collecting in the fancy versions, and then when Book Depository was closing down, I got a lot more because that was the best place to get them. And we have other books that are this particular height, which is really what gets books put up here. Because not a lot of things are this particular height, which includes some paperbacks, some hardcovers. We have some things like No Heart for a Thief and The Coward. Both books I really enjoyed, book 1, and book 2 a little bit less. Legend of Blackjack, Praedane, Black Tongue, Stephen Erik's Also Child, and more here, Area X, which is new, and then including some things like J.V. Jones, like Gene Wolfe I still need to get to, and most recently I put up the Bartimaeus books. I still have the other ones because I need to read them. And then we have the Tad Williams shelf, or the Shelf of Shame, because, my gosh, do I still need to read most of the stuff here. But you'll see the Witchwood Crown is gone right now. I'm reading it right now, and it is excellent, and it feels great to be back into Austenard. And I'll need to finish this section, these books at least, before Navigator's Children, because I got New York of that, and that's my excuse to go. Shadow March I've been meaning to read, and I still will read, but I haven't got to. And then we have Dark Moon over here, because I needed a small book, and this is really cool. And this one's actually signed, too, which is really cool. And then, moving down, we have the Kate Elliott Crown of Stars collection, as well as the Farseer trilogy in these beautiful illustrated editions, which I love. And we have some other things, The Will of Many, Between Two Fires, both books that I really, really enjoy, as well as we have the special edition of The Golden Compass. I've actually never read The Golden Compass, but I figured I got that at Book Outlet, or not Book Outlet, Half Price Books, actually, in person. It was really cheap, and so I figured, why not? And then jumping over here, we have our tall trade paperbacks here, including Anthony Ryan, which I still need to read almost all of his books, even though I have most of them. Lycanius, which I did a series spotlight time about, really enjoyed. Faithful in the Fallen, I think everyone's familiar with. And The Bloodsworn, which I recently found out is not as popular as I thought, as well as the Long Price Quartet. I was super lucky. I got this version just before it basically went out of print, so I was really happy with that. Let's jump back over here. So we have more of the Sanderson. I ended up taking my copies that I have the leather bounds of and putting them on a different shelf that's not in here. I used to have most of my fancy books here, and everyone yelled at me and said you should have them in here, which was fair. And then we have the Rune Lords, which, gosh, I love the covers for these and the spines and how they look, as well as some special editions or kind of special editions like Dune, Magician, love that copy, Red Queen's War, my Grimoak, and then we have I'm drawing a blank on literally everything today, but the Broken Empire trilogy as well, which in the hardcover there. And then let's jump back over here. We have a very colorful shelf because we have Lightbringer, super underrated. I'm going to be doing a series spotlight on Lightbringer at some point soon, I think, because I do want to talk about that one as well. so we'll definitely get there. And then the Greenbone Saga, which fits well here also. And Blood of the Spear, also very colorful. And then a little bit less colorful for the last ones, but gosh, some fantastic books with Lord of Shattered Land, City Marble Blood, the first two Hanuvar books, which I just cannot recommend enough. They're fantastic, as well as Project Hail Mary. And then we have the Malazan collection in the big trade paperbacks, which are somewhat varying in size, which is a little annoying, but I'm happy to have these. I know they're doing hardcovers now, so people probably don't care as much about these, but these took forever to collect, and I'm very happy to have them. And then the one other book I still have, The God Isn't Willing, I'm going to read. I got rid of most of my other ones because I'm not going to read the expanded universe stuff until I actually reread the main books, and I've needed to for years. And these super cool older copies of Thomas Covenant, which I also really enjoy. All right, so we're going to jump down a little bit and take a look here. So here we have Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit in these cool editions. We have the fantastic Protectors of Britannia series by Mike Mullman and those hardcovers. The Demon Cycle, which will also be getting a series spotlight at some point. The Durand books, these three over here, which also may, and Dragon Mage kind of hiding back there also. And then we'll jump just one more down here as well, where we still have some hardcovers. And this is where we're getting to some stuff actually most of the stuff I need to read. Some of this is just miscellaneous because they happen to be hardcovers. I'm planning to read the Risen Kingdoms hopefully soon, maybe starting it this year. Bugel I've been working on, and then I have not read any of the Elric, but I'm very interested too. And then at the bottom we have some mass market paperbacks. They're not full because I don't have that many mass market paperbacks anymore, and so I'd rather not get more either, so they might not fill up, but I might have to end up putting more stuff down there. Jumping over here, we have the UK paperback collection, which includes Second Thomas Covenant Chronicles. You'll notice, too, there's some gaps, because I have a lot of books here that I've taken out that I'm planning to read, including the first one of those, as well as Rift War and some more, the rest of my Hobbit collection. There's a Jandy Wirtz, there's Guns of the Dawn I still need to read, and a Cameron Johnson's book where I still need to read as well. And then here we have Night Angel. Haven't read that one yet either. We have Abhorsen, which is a surprise. We have some Jareg books as well. Cycle of Fire, hanging out down here. It's in really bad shape, and I love it, but it's in bad shape, so I put it lower. And more Gene Wolfe. Dark Elf, which I still haven't read either, and then a couple of the Echoes books. The rest of them are around. We have a few Sean Russell books I need to read, and a couple of my Guy Gabriel K's. Those are sort of all over. Some of them aren't even in this room. Moving over here, we have this particular size, including we have several self-pubs over here. I've enjoyed Whistle Ascending, Boyd Walker Collection, Derek Bailey. We have Collation, until I get my hardcovers to replace the Bloodstones, which is excellent. Traders We Are, Thrice, Digitarum, and Umbridge up there too, some more. So going on, we've even more Anthony Ryan that I haven't read. I love Bloodsong. I've not read the rest of it, unfortunately. The Wave of Dan, and then we have P.L. Stewart's Drowned Kingdom Saga, which I'm very excited to continue as well. We've got Michael R. Fletcher's Obsidian Path, which is excellent, and Daniel Abraham, Dagger and Coin, also something I've been meaning to get to for a while. I slowly collected those as well, and really, really need to get to them. And actually, The Dragon's Path is the first Daniel Abraham book that I owned, because I found it randomly, and then I found out about Long Price Quartet and read that. Down here, we have a bunch more of my Guy Gabriel K collection. I've actually read a couple of these now. I'm planning to read probably Brightness Long Ago very soon. Hand That Cast the Bone is hanging out up there because it's a different size than We Men of Ash and Shadow. And so, yeah. I have not read the Gormenghast books, but that's the plan. And we got a bunch of other stuff here. A lot of it which I still need to read, including the first book of this is out, and I need to continue the Priest of Bone series as well. And the first book of the Brian Naslin is out, and then I just need to read the third K.J. Parker book there as well. So there's a lot more stuff there. But yeah, that's really that. I've got plenty more books that are in overflow that we're not really going to look at right now, because I want to focus on just what's the main shelf here. So let me know, is there anything here that you didn't realize was here, you have thoughts on? I would love to hear those as well. Anything that you think should move? I have been thinking specifically about moving the Wars of Light and Shadow to where Crown of Stars is, and just this shelf, because that one shows up really nicely on camera, and I definitely want to feature that series. But also, arbitrarily, I like series higher up based on enjoyment to some extent, so that's why I have that has prime place in that corner, which is arbitrarily prime spot for me. So anyway, let me know your thoughts. Is there anything here that you didn't know about? Anything here that you're really excited to read or really curious to know more about from the shelf as well. Would love to hear. But anyway, that is it for this one. So make sure to give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Check the link in the description, as always, for the Patreon if you want to support what I do, as well as the Wizard of the Enclave Discord if you want to chat books, whether any of these books, any other books, really anything at all. It's a lot of fun, and we'd love to have you.